Well, Black and White Network, let's get into it. Yes, if you're watching the video, I'm rocking a sweater because the weather has changed. It was a very, very crisp 65 degrees this morning. Just got back from walking, and it was cool. Felt great. So October's almost here, and we're in the fall season. And with it being the fall season now, we're only a month away, little over a month away from the election. Folks, I just saw something on X. This is a new political ad from Kamala Harris. And folks, this is the most deceptive political ad I've ever seen. Kamala Harris is straight up lying. Now, guys, we all know that the immigration crisis here in this country is one of the top two issues along with the economy. And Kamala Harris is losing badly on that. Very, very bad, folks. I mean, it's so bad, guys, that she actually went to Arizona, to the border. Kamala Harris is a person that has let the border become wide open and illegal immigration is out of control. And you have quite a few of these illegal aliens killing American citizens. She can't defend that, folks. She really can't defend that. So what does she do? She lies. She lies. Now, everybody in America, don't fall for it, folks. Don't fall for it. I was absolutely stunned, man, when I saw this, because this ad is promoting Kamala Harris as being strong on the border. Now, folks, I believe that even the most left-wing person would say that this is not true. This is absolutely not true. Kamala Harris was put in charge of that border by Joe Biden. If you want to call her the border czar, that's the media was calling her. Now the media is backed off because they're trying to defend Kamala Harris, but she was the border czar. And under her leadership on the border became wide open, and her and Biden let in something like 20 million illegal aliens. And also, by the way, Springfield, that was actually Harris and Biden flying in something like 20,000 Haitians into that small town. That is a major problem right there, folks. But folks, I just posted on X. Follow me on X, guys, at Real John Matrix, by the way. And before we actually get into the video, by the way, we will not be having a member stream today. We'll make it up to you guys next Friday. Road's kind of busy this morning, okay? But let's jump into it right over here, guys. Right over here. I posted this video and I actually wrote, this is the biggest lie in political history, because it is. This is Kamala Harris trying to project herself as being strong on the border, and we all know that's not true. Watch this.
Kamala Harris has never backed down from a challenge. She put cartel members and drug traffickers behind bars, and she will secure our border. Here's her plan. Hire thousands more border agents, enforce the law and step up technology, and stop fentanyl smuggling and human trafficking. We need a leader with a real plan to fix the border, and that's Kamala Harris.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Wow. Absolutely stunning, right? Now, there was one point here where it says, where is it at? Trying to find it right here where it actually puts it right there. Hire thousands more border agents. No, she's not. We all know that. But also right there, here it is. The Harris plan, enforce the law. Folks, she's been in charge of the border for 4 years. She has not enforced the law whatsoever. She has allowed illegals to cross wherever they want. Because under the Harris-Biden administration, folks, All you need to do is cross into this country illegally, and then Border Patrol is going to detain you. And almost 90% of these people are let into the country. Kamala Harris's plan is to continue what they've already been doing, folks. This woman is a disaster. And she puts out this, and we all know it's a lie, folks. We all know that this is a lie. She's not going to enforce border laws whatsoever. I'm absolutely stunned, guys, that she dropped this. But you know what? This is desperation. Because Kamala Harris is losing big time when it comes to immigration, the economy, inflation. She's losing big time on all these issues. But apparently, she's in the lead according to some of the mainstream media, right? Even though she's losing on all the major issues. This woman is going to open up the border even more if she's actually put into the White House. Don't fall for this, folks. However, some people are actually going to fall for this. Now, I believe the vast majority of people aren't going to buy this. For one thing, guys, Kamala Harris doesn't have a base. The only people that are really going to be voting for Kamala Harris is people that are uninformed or the Never Trump vote, because her policies are a disaster. She's not going to enforce border laws. She's not going to secure the border. She's already had an opportunity to do that, and she hadn't done it. So what makes you believe that she's going to do it? This is one thing, folks, I said she can't run away from. She's already in power. She has more power right now on the border than Donald Trump. Why? Because President Trump is not in office. She is. And Biden delegated the border to Kamala Harris. That's not just me saying it. He did that. And then the media actually called her the border czar. Axios, right? Check this out, guys. This is how you know it's really, really bad for Kamala Harris here. Okay? Look at this here. This is as of yesterday, guys. Harris heads to southern border looking to flip script on immigration criticisms. That's probably also why she dropped that in. Immigration, border security are priorities for voters as Harris, Trump vie for White House. And I don't believe for 1 second, guys, she's going to win on the border. She can't do it because she's already been in charge of the border, and people actually live in the United States, and they saw how it was with President Trump in charge of the border versus Kamala Harris. It's night and day, not even close. It's not even close. Look here, it says, Comrade Kamala Harris stops in Battleground, Arizona on Friday to hold a campaign event along the U.S. southern border with Mexico as the Democrat presidential nominee works to turn the issue of immigration and border security from a liability into strength. I don't know how she's going to do that, folks. She had total authority on the border. Total authority, and she failed already. Harris has faced frequent attacks from her Republican opponent, former President Donald Trump, and his allies who argue she's weak on border security, an issue that many Republicans see as Kamala's political Achilles heel. No doubt about it, folks. I mean, if there's one thing they can really nail her on is the border. Harris has faced intense criticism over the surge of illegal aliens across the nation's southern border during the first 3 years of Biden's administration. The Trump campaign, on the eve of Harris's first border visit as a presidential nominee, called it a political ploy. And a former president, speaking with reporters in New York City, claimed that, quote, anything she says tomorrow, is a fraud because she was the worst in history at protecting our country So she'll try and make herself a little bit better, but it's not possible. No, I don't see how it is possible. How can you actually say you're going to secure the border when you've had almost 4 years to do it? You haven't done anything. Things got worse. And the Harris-Biden administration, man, they actually stopped the Trump policies at the border. Don't worry, we got a video to prove that, folks. We have a video to prove that. Goes on, it says, but Harris, with a stop in Douglas, Arizona, aims to show that she's better prepared than Trump to tackle the combustible issue of immigration and what Republicans have spotlighted as the crisis at the southern border. Comrade Kamala is expected to speak on how she is pushing what she describes as the toughest bipartisan border security plan in a generation. Don't believe that, folks. A measure that includes new border agents and technologies to stop fentanyl trafficking. Well, Kamala Harris also has allowed human trafficking, folks. Yes, because the Tren de Aragua gang, guess what? They're actually taking these illegals that are coming in and they're putting them into sex slavery. Courtesy of Kamala Harris, folks. She cannot win on this border, folks. She really can't. And if we had an honest media, folks, Kamala Harris would be down 49 states to 1. But we don't have an honest media, folks. This woman is a full-blown communist, but the media isn't really calling her out for that. I mean, folks, think of this, man. And the media really has done a lot of damage. Before she became the nominee, man, she was way, way, way underwater on her approval. I was just seeing now, man, when it comes to likability, she's like +1. How is that even possible, man? Nobody liked her. I believe this is all fictitious from the media. And you know what? I think there's a strong possibility, guys, when the election results come in, it's going to be very, very bad for Kamala Harris, folks. Very bad. I mean, this woman's so bad, man, and people knew it before she even became the nominee. All this glowing love and stuff, Kamala Harris, is all made up by the media, folks. All made up by the media. This woman is a disaster, and we all know it, folks. We all know it. Check this out. Look at this, guys. Right here. This picture right here. This is your border crossings under Trump versus the Harris-Biden administration. 2017. President Trump. 526,901 border crossings. It increased to 683,178, then 1.48 million in 2019, and then it dropped in 2020 to 646,822. Then Comrade Kamala and Beijing Biden get in charge. Look at this, guys. 1.956 million in 2021. And we're not even talking about gotaways, folks. Like I said, no doubt about it, I believe it's over 20 million. Look here, 2022, 2.766 million. 2023, an insane 3.20 million crossings. We know it's way more too, guys. We know it's way more. And then 2.22 million right there. Now, I'm just doing this math off the top of my head, man. And we're not even through with 2024 here. This is well over an average of like, I would say, what, 2.3 million, 2.4 million. And Kamala Harris always talks about that that quote unquote bipartisan border bill. Folks, they were actually gonna allow 5,000 illegal aliens to cross into the country a day. and then they would quote unquote shut down the border. That averages out to over 2 million a year. All that bill was going to do was just legalize the illegal stuff they were already doing. Astonishing, right? Look at this right here, man. This is Alejandro Mayorkas, part of the Beijing, Biden, and Comrade Kamala Harris's administration. Listen to him on what they did with the Trump immigration policies. You don't have to take my word for it. Listen to him.
And I'd like to understand from you what Trump-era immigration policies have been banned, ended, reversed, and if any investigations are underway by you.
So we have rescinded so many Trump immigration policies, it would take so much time to list them.
Under Biden, there's been more illegal border crossings than in the 16 years before his presidency. By the end of his term, it will be more than the prior 17 to 18 years.
Wow. Astonishing, right? Absolutely astonishing. And Alejandro Mayorkas is even admitting that, yeah, it is way too many to list. But Comrade Kamala Harris wants you to believe that she will actually enforce the law. No, she won't. She will not enforce the law, folks. Now she's going down to the southern border here, and Trump rightly called her out, man. Rightly called her out. Nothing is going to change, man. Folks, you need to tell your friends that we are in serious trouble if she's actually allowed to get into the White House. I still believe President Trump is going to win, but don't be surprised, man. Democrats are sneaky. They are sneaky. There's going to be something that's going to pop up in October. I have no idea what's going to happen, but there's always something, guys. Always something. Anything can happen. But I'm still very, very confident in President Trump actually winning this election. Very, very confident, folks. We cannot let Kamala Harris get into the White House. We can't. President Trump also needs to be protected better. No doubt about it. There's going to be another assassination attempt or two, I believe, before the November election. Kamala Harris is losing on the issues. She's in real trouble in these battleground states. She's not polling as well as Hillary or Joe Biden. She's not even close to them. Not even close to them. And we know, folks, man, they're actually saying like Kamala Harris is ahead in Wisconsin. But she's not up by much. And the thing is, the Wisconsin polls have been some of the worst in this country. I'm talking about those polls are like 8 points off. And they're saying that she's leading by like what? 2? Which means that President Trump is probably actually leading by, I'm going to just be conservative, 4 points. That's how bad the polls in Wisconsin are. This woman's in a whole bunch of trouble, guys. She's in desperation mode. Progressive policies don't work. They do not work. Just talked about it yesterday too, man. This woman actually banned handguns in San Francisco, 2005. Thank God the courts actually overturned that. She banned the Second Amendment in San Francisco, folks. That tells you everything you need to know about Comrade Kamala. She's not a centrist. She's not a moderate. She's a far leftist, man. The far leftists want that border wide open. That was a very, very deceptive political ad, man. The most deceptive political ad in history that I've ever seen. I'm going to leave it right there, guys. Man, what do you guys think of that? This woman is a fraud, man. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, Let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.